and welcome to pretty much the most mind-blowing harmony course that you will ever see, ever.
Yo, what is up, dudes? So, thought today we could talk about something that we should probably talk about a little bit more, and that is songwriting. You know, we buy all this gear, we have these nice guitars and amps and recording equipment, but at the end of the day, it's really writing a song or coming up with something to contribute to the a tune, a melody, something to contribute to the musical world. And that's a lot harder than it would appear. And sometimes it can be frustrating, sometimes it can just be daunting. Where do you even start? And so that's where our friend and man wondering when his second piece of cheese will be arriving, Henning right here, comes into play. Henning, as you know, has written several courses on drum programming and recording and, you know, things like that. And he has come out with a almost, but not quite complete guide to songwriting. It's such a huge topic. I think he knows that there's always more to explore, but he breaks it down into four really large areas: harmony, lyrics, writing, and then some interviews he does with you know, artists who have written songs, and just kind of picks their brain as to their approach, what works for them, what doesn't work for them. And you'll find that different people have different approaches. And like anything Henning does, it is it's deep. It's very detailed and has a deep dive. It's Henning and Raphael. His last name? Yeah, Cano, C-A-N-O. So if you look under any of the individual topics, you can see that there's a whole bunch of subtopics and you know, areas to explore within each one of the four major topics. With the exception of the writers. The writers, it's about a half dozen, you know, interviews, and he goes through that. But the other ones, harmony, lyrics, and writing, there's 23 sections in harmony, 23 separate videos, and course material for harmony. In lyrics, there's 16, and in writing, there's 24, where they sort of break it all down into little bite-sized cubes of tasty morsels to bring up what is the wheel of songwriting. So he really gets into a lot of the tricks that songwriters will use, and at the very least, you know, and it's hard to do a songwriting course because you don't know the style that the person wants to work with, but what he works with is common harmony tricks, common writing tricks, things that help the person along, just like there is for, you know, writing a movie, you know, writing a book. Right? There's all these little, you know, tricks you can use to help make it sound more professional. And he gets into it. Just in harmony, he has everything. He breaks down time signatures, chords, very deep dive into chords with diatonics and substitutions and secondary dominants. You're getting into all the sus chords. He does modes and all the modal interchanges. He gets into modulation, which is basically changing keys. Like Living on a Prayer, right? Classic modal, classic key change modulation. He gets into classic rock, he gets into metal, gets into commonly used patterns, Disney songs, Dorian tricks, you know, getting into writing lead sheets is an important skill, chord voicings, writing tools. I mean, it covers, you know, all everything you would want to know about harmony from head to toe. You get into lyrics, talking about words and rhyming, meter, and prose and arranging lines, getting into very specific type of writing, like jingle writing. Henning did work in LA as a jingle writer for a little bit. Classic rock, metal lyrics, all kinds of stuff. He covers it all in the lyrics. And then the last section, writing, ear training, building phrases, melodies into chords, chords into melodies, writing on different instruments, whether it's a piano or an acoustic guitar, working out lyrics to work with the chords, all the different pushes and pulls that you get from that, where the chords and the harmony influence the lyrics and vice versa. And then talks about getting into layouts and arranging and bringing it all together inside of a digital audio workstation. And so at the very least, if you have a particular problem that you're having, you can maybe go there and focus on a specific, so you could either break it into blocks or whatever. Right now, you can buy all of the individual courses, whether it's harmony or lyrics or writing or whatever, and I think they're about $150 a course. But because they're coming out, and this is only, I think, going to last about 2 weeks after this video comes out, so if you're watching this later, this may not be there. You might have to check back to see if they have the sale again. But right now, to start out as an introductory, he's basically making the whole thing available for $299. So basically the cost of 2 courses, a little bit less than the cost of 2 courses, you get the whole thing. Again, it's just an ornament incentive to get you to buy the complete versus the individual courses. And if you just look at the value, it's literally like half price. So I would, although I think he does discount the bundle, right? So it might not be exactly half from the bundle, but you know what I'm saying. If each course is $150 and there's 4 courses, that's $600. So, at $399 or $299, it's, literally half price. So I will leave a link in the description. This is not a sponsored video. I do this out of my love for Henning. And I would encourage you to check it out. And I can always recommend his stuff. He puts a mind bottling, when your mind gets all bottled up, he puts a mind bottling amount of time and effort into his video work. And money. God, you should see his rates. It's impressive. If you're looking to up your game for songwriting, you're looking to get into songwriting, you're just looking for inspiration to get you to pick up your guitar more, check out the Complete Guide to Songwriting by Henning and Raphael Cano. And there you have it. All right, dudes, link in the description. As always, thank you so much for hanging out, and rock on.